Welcome or welcome back to Space Cowboy for some more news on Starfield, and unfortunately it is not good news. Now, we did a video the other day talking about the Starfield Steam reviews that are constantly going down, and it seemed like it was at its worst. But no, it has gone down even further, and the developer broadcast on Steam is also getting completely bombed by people just commenting how bad it is, and Steam also announced the winner of their most innovative gameplay, which is Starfield. Now, I think Starfield is a good game. I'm enjoying it. It is enjoyable, but it is definitely not innovative. I can't say that word. It just doesn't work. It's definitely not, and it doesn't deserve that award, I don't think. It is basically Fallout or Skyrim just in space, and you get to fly a ship, and the only real addition to the actual Bethesda gameplay loop and the actual overall mechanics is just the shipbuilder, which is a massive shame. And I do love Starfield, and I enjoy it so much. I've got hundreds of hours in it, and I'll continue to play it. But it could completely fade away. With Todd Howard's 5-year promise on Starfield, I don't know if that's going to continue to happen, especially if these reviews come down and the developers continue to act the way they are. As I mentioned in the previous video, they have been jumping onto the Steam reviews and absolutely responding so badly and blaming players or hardware, and there's been no accountability whatsoever, which is a massive shame. It would just be nice for them to say, yes, there are issues, we have bugs, we're going to work on the bugs, and when it comes to new content, we are looking at things to do, and the new DLC will add loads of awesome stuff. So, something along those lines, but it seems like they've got 3 templates that they're using, and they're just copy and pasting those. If you haven't watched the other video, we go into all of the actual templates and look at them there. The link will be at top right now in one of the cards, so I'd definitely go check that one out if you haven't. And it is such a shame, but hopefully they do come through with that 5-year promise, and 2024 brings some brilliant content. With the recent reviews sitting at just 28% positive of the 7,749 user reviews in the last 30 days, and all time it is now sitting at 64%, which beforehand it was sitting at 66, and before this it was sitting at 30 something, I think it was 31. So it just continually goes down. And I do believe that these comments are very much warranted. There is a lot of very valid criticisms of the game, and I agree with quite a lot of them. Definitely not most innovative, and like I've mentioned before, there is no real massive open world mechanic. You can't sort of go around and explore on foot for hours and hours, and the cities are relatively small in comparison to what we've seen from previous Bethesda titles. And then obviously things like the loading screens and also the major bugs and crashes that people are having. And there's not just been a wave of new reviews with people that only have a few hours. A lot of the most recent reviews are having close to 100, if not 200 hours. So that is people that have finally got through the entire game, and a lot of them mentioned that they wanted to do a run of New Game Plus to finally see everything and get a taste of every part of the game before they reviewed it. And now they have done that. They've said that it mainly feels like a grind to get to certain points. And I do agree it is a bit of a grind, especially when it comes to actually leveling up and getting the skills. Rather than repeating the same processes over and over again, it'd be nice to have something a little bit different and a hell of a lot more to actually freely explore. With Starfield, the 24-hour high is around about 17,000, which is a game that launched 4 months ago. Now, in comparison, for a single-player game, that is not too bad, but when you put it against Fallout 4 and Skyrim, it is not the greatest, with Fallout 4 having over 18,000 of a 24-hour peak for a game that is over 8 years old, and then Skyrim, for a game that's over a decade old, having 28,000 players. Now, yes, there are a lot more mods out for Fallout 4 and Skyrim, which can definitely help attribute to the higher player counts, but that's because people want to make the mods for them. So if there aren't modders that want to make the mods for Starfield, the player count will unfortunately just continue to dwindle, which is a massive shame. Even the developer broadcast on Steam is getting absolutely hammered. With over 3,000 viewers, the majority of them are just comments pretty much abusing the live stream that isn't a live broadcast, it's pre-recorded, and people just slating the game. Look at this comment here. No way. Look at your character in third person. Groundbreaking. When are you going to make the game good? Wonder how many people here to clown on this garbage fire winning most innovative game. I can't say that word. I just can't do it. I don't know what's wrong with my mouth, but innovative. It's not working. Never mind. Anyway, moving on. Can you play Morrowind instead? Stuff happens in their game. I'll pop in to see 5 loading screens in a minute. This is truly seamless. Keep running. Your health won't run out. Why did you guys spend 8 years on this? Just people are absolutely clowning on it. And it is a shame. I really don't want Starfield to fail. I want it to do good. It is a good game. At the core, no, it's not groundbreaking. No, it's not innovative. It's not at all. It is the same shit that we've seen and played before. But I'm enjoying it. The only thing I'm not enjoying, as opposed to the Fallout and Skyrim and stuff like that, is the actual seamless exploration of a vast open world. I hate that there's not many planets that have that. It would be nice if the major planets were seamless and open and you could just explore them and find so much stuff. But really you can't, and obviously the loading screens, which are a big concern, as you saw in the comments and the Steam reviews, they do ruin it. They do ruin it a fair bit, which is a shame. And there are mods out there that will change that and help you play through without having to worry too much about that sort of that grindiness of those load screens. Being able to walk around and enjoy the game and have just something that's bigger and open and would have been so much nicer. And obviously, as I mentioned earlier through the comments that people are posting on Steam, the copy and pasted buildings on planets is definitely a big downside. Don't remember seeing things like that in Fallout 4 or Skyrim. Yes, there were a few areas that were similar, but nothing like Starfield, and it really is a shame. So we are going to wrap that one up there. Sorry, it is another negative Starfield video. We do have a positive one coming relatively soon, which is going over our new, well, not the new questline, but the questline that is new to me, which is the Crimson Fleet one. The first time I've done it. It's the first video that I've done like this as well. It'll be the full playthrough of the whole questline. So I greatly appreciate any support on that. It will be over an hour long, I believe. I think it's looking at somewhere around about 3. So, yep, longest video I've ever tried. So whether it does well or not, we'll wait and see. Hopefully it does. And if it does, I'll be covering all of the quest lines like that. And as I mentioned before, I'm going to start covering some other Bethesda news on the channel as well. Things like Fallout New Vegas getting a very big modern overhaul. Once again, by modders, not by Bethesda or, well, Obsidian, which is a shame. And hopefully we do see some sort of remake. I think that would be absolutely phenomenal because that is one of the franchise's most popular games, Fallout New Vegas, and it's definitely my favorite. I love it. Closely followed by Fallout 4. But we're going to wrap it up there anyway. Sorry for my rambling. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on all Bethesda stuff, really. Let me know down below what you want to see and when you want to see it. For now, I've been Cowboy. You've been awesome. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.